I'm headed to Las Vegas tomorrow for IBM Impact. And since I make a lot of trips to Vegas every year, I try to keep track of things that help me stay healthy while I'm there because the air is dry and you typically spend really long hours, and many of those hours are on your feet. And so maintaining any level of comfort can be a bit of a challenge in the conference world, and particularly in Las Vegas because of the desert air. And so here's a few things that I do to try to make the experience just a little bit better. First of all, I try to drink about 50% more water than I normally do throughout the course of my day. I try to drink a lot of water. I aim for the kind of 8 glasses of water that various people recommend, but in Vegas, I try to make that 12 if at all possible. And it is possible. You just have to carry bottles of water with you. And if you pay attention to where the Walgreens stores are located on the strip, like I frequently stay in the Venetian and there's one right outside, you can get water that is bottled and cheap. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, also water related, is the air is very, very dry, and it's particularly dry in your hotel room when you're sleeping at night. So one of the things I do to combat that is I fill the bathtub with some amount of water so that as it evaporates through the night and circulates into the air in the air is a little less dry. And I noticed this was particularly different because it used to be that depending on what hotel I stayed in, sometimes I would wake up with kind of a slightly bloody nose in the morning. And after starting this regiment of putting water in the bathtub at night, never happened again. So clearly something about it worked. Third thing, bring lots of pairs of socks. Change your socks throughout the day because your feet will be much happier with all the walking if you change your socks. Not to mention your feet won't stink, but that's just a side benefit. And of course, you're probably not going to get much sleep, so something like a multivitamin, if you don't take one normally, take one while you're there. You'll feel a lot better, and overall, it'll help keep your energy up. So there you have it. There's a handful of tips to help you survive the Vegas conference scene.